And now our next honoree is Mr. Harold Keeling, and to present him, Mr. Troy Daniels. Mr. Daniels, give him a round of applause.
Good evening. Well, I too am not going to read from Harold's bio. I'm of course his little cousin / brother, known him all my life. He's my hero, and when he asked me to do this, I was honored. And he's my best friend, you know. And who better to do it but me, because from his shoes to his socks to his basketball shorts, I was always in them as a kid. You know, now that we're older, it's a privilege. Harold Keeling is, like I said, he's my hero. I can remember at the age of 10, 11, waking up on Capitol, going to play at SE, and I was just a ball boy. You know, all of my life I was his water boy, his ball boy, his towel boy. Me and actually his brother, little brother, Curtis Bumpy Keeling. And there was nothing we could do but follow him around. You know, so, and what he taught me was how to be a man. You know, and very, very seldom do we have somebody that's that figure, especially nowadays. Like every day that I look up and I feel that I'm down, I always go back to the times where I was growing up, and I didn't have that big brother, but I had Harold Keeling. You know, going through Lincoln High School, on to Santa Clara, and then I'm working out with him after he gets drafted in Dallas Mavericks, running up hills that I'm not getting paid for. I couldn't understand that, you know, but eventually, some years later, because of Harold, I followed my dream, which was playing professional basketball overseas. You know, everything he did, I wanted to do. And because of him, I did it. His background, you know, I hate to say this, but best story that's always gonna live. I was the water boy at Lincoln High School in 1980, 81. And Lincoln High School was going up for the city championship. And some of the greatest players to come out of San Francisco was in that game. And unfortunately, at the buzzer, a guy named Riley Floor hit a turnaround that just changed all our lives. But because of that, Harold called me one day and said, hey, you know, we're older, 20 years later, we need to start doing something, going back. I'm in Detroit, he's in Atlanta now, but we need to come back home and start doing things positive for the city, and especially Lakeview. So what we did a few years back, we started the OG Run. And we just started making phone calls to everybody that we grew up with and things like that. And here we are, OG Run 5 is tomorrow morning. You know, and Harold was excited to put it together with this weekend, because this weekend was very important to not only us, but for Lakeview, you know, because that's where we grew up at, you know, from Capitol to hanging out at Mrs. J's, you know, it was everything to us, life, you know, Ocean View, Lakeview, all of that helped us become men, you know, and like I said, Harold became one of my greatest heroes. And after so many years, like I said, just watching him and watching him grow, it made me a better man. And I applaud him for it, I love him for it, and that's all I have to say. Without any further ado, Mr. Harold Keeling.
And on behalf of the Board of Supervisors, another certificate of honor to Mr. HaroldKeeling, who just told me that he was a pretty good basketball player. You did. And I was like, okay, I wonder how good he really is. And now I learned. So thank you. Thank you for the honor.
Thank you everybody for coming out here tonight. I know you could have been somewhere else, and I'm very happy that you're here. And I'm really proud of everyone who is here, and especially the other people who are honored. I know it's an honor for them. It's a big honor for me as well.